Hello and welcome to Lily English Cafe. I'm Lily.
And I'm Joe. Great to be here with you all today.
Today's topic is really useful, especially if you work with other people, or if you want to talk about your job in English.
That's right. Today we're talking about how to describe your job responsibilities in English. This is something many English learners need.
Maybe someone asks you, what do you do at work? Or maybe you need to explain your role in a meeting, in a job interview, or to a new coworker.
Exactly. You need to know how to say things like I answer emails, I manage projects, I talk to clients, or I'm responsible for reports. These are common and important phrases.
And sometimes it's not easy, right? You know your job very well in your own language, but in English, you stop and think, wait, how do I explain this?
Yes, that moment of silence when someone asks what do you do, and your brain just freezes.
Exactly that. And that's why this lesson will help. We'll show you natural ways to describe your daily tasks, your main responsibilities, and what you do at work using simple, clear English.
If you enjoy learning with us, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click the bell so you never miss a new lesson. Okay, Lily, I think we're ready.
Me too. Let's get started.
So, Lily, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. A little tired though. I had a really busy morning. I answered messages, organized my notes, and made a plan for the week. How about you?
I'm good, but a little slow today. I had coffee, but I think I need one more cup.
One more cup? How many do you usually have?
Usually 2, sometimes 3. On very serious days, I just look at the coffee and say, please do your job.
Huh. So coffee also has responsibilities in your house.
Exactly. Coffee has a very important role in my life.
I can see that. What did you do this weekend?
On Saturday, I cleaned my desk and organized some old work files. I know that sounds boring, but I actually like doing that. It helps me feel calm.
Really? I tried to organize my desk too, but then I found an old notebook, started reading it, and completely forgot to clean anything.
That sounds very typical.
Yes, I started with a plan and ended with memories. I found old to-do lists, and the funny thing is, some of those tasks were still very relatable. One line said, reply to emails. That job responsibility never ends.
That is so true for so many people. So, what about Sunday?
On Sunday, I had lunch with a friend. She recently started a new job and her company is international, so she needs to explain her responsibilities in English. She said, I know what I do, but I don't know how to explain it clearly in English.
Oh, that's a perfect connection to today's topic.
Yes. And I think a lot of learners feel exactly the same way. Even a simple question like, what do you do, can feel difficult sometimes. So let's help with that. Let's move to the main lesson.
Okay, Lily, let's start with the most basic question. If someone asks, what do you do? How should you answer?
The simplest way is to say your job title first. For example, I'm a teacher, or I'm an office worker, or I work in marketing. That's step 1.
Then after that, you explain your responsibilities. So for example, I'm a teacher. I prepare lessons, teach students, and check homework. First the job title, then the daily tasks.
Exactly, that's the easiest structure to follow. And what if someone doesn't know your job title?
Then just explain what you do. For example, I work in customer service. I answer customer questions, solve problems, and help people with orders. That's very clear and easy to understand.
I love that it uses simple verbs. You don't need long or difficult sentences. You can say, I write reports. I answer emails. I talk to clients. I manage schedules. I check documents.
Learners sometimes try to sound too advanced, but simple English is often better, especially when you want to be clear.
Exactly. So let's look at some really useful phrases now.
The first one and one of the best is I'm responsible for. For example, I'm responsible for answering emails, or I'm responsible for the weekly report.
What does responsible for mean exactly?
Good question. It means something is your duty, it's your job to take care of it. So if you say I'm responsible for social media, it means that social media work belongs to you. You handle it.
That's a phrase you hear a lot in job interviews too. Very professional.
Yes. Another great phrase is my main responsibilities include, and then you list 2 or 3 important tasks. Like, my main responsibilities include meeting clients, writing reports, and organizing schedules.
That sounds natural and professional. What about talking about daily routines?
For daily routines, you can use phrases like, every day I check my emails first, or I usually start my day by reviewing my task list.
Review sounds a bit more formal than just look at, right?
Yes, review means to look at something carefully. Like, I review the schedule every morning. So you can say, every morning I review my calendar and reply to urgent emails.
That sounds organized. Honestly, that sounds more organized than my real morning.
What does your real morning look like?
Well, first I open my laptop. Then I look at my emails. Then I feel a little stressed. Then I make coffee. Then I look at my emails again.
How? That is also very realistic workplace English. You're representing real people, Lily.
Thank you, I try. But okay, if I want to describe that in a better way, I could say, I start my day by checking messages, replying to emails, and planning my tasks.
Perfect, clear and natural. Now let's talk about different kinds of job responsibilities because not everyone does the same kind of work.
Right? Some people work with people, some work with numbers, some work with documents or products. So let's break it down.
If you work with people, you might say, I talk to customers, I support clients, I help team members, I lead meetings.
If you work with numbers, I prepare budgets, I check sales data, I track expenses.
And if you work with documents, I prepare reports, I update records, I organize files, I review contracts.
Update records is a useful one. What does update mean?
Update means to add new information or make something current, meaning up to date, not old. For example, I update the customer database every day.
So if I update a file, I make sure all the information is correct and new.
Exactly. Now what about people who manage projects?
They can say, I manage timelines. I coordinate with different teams. I follow up on tasks. I make sure projects stay on schedule.
Coordinate is a good word. What does it mean?
Coordinate means to organize people or tasks so they work well together. Like I coordinate meetings between the sales and design teams. It's about bringing things together smoothly.
Nice. And follow up, what about that phrase?
Follow up means to check again or continue communication about something. Like I follow up on customer requests. Or, after a meeting, I follow up with my team.
A helpful tip: use follow up on for a task and follow up with for a person.
That's a great difference to know. Let's talk about how to describe a full workday now.
Yes, use time order. Like, I usually start at 9. First, I check emails and messages. Then I review my task lists. After that, I work on reports or attend meetings.
Beginning, middle, end. That's a great structure. Let's build a full example together.
Okay, let's say I work in administration. I could say, I usually start at 8:30. First, I check emails and answer urgent messages. Then I update files, prepare documents, and support my team. In the afternoon, I join meetings and follow up on unfinished work.
That's excellent, Joe. Very natural and professional.
Thank you. I should record that and send it to myself.
Please do. Now let's talk about responsibility level, because sometimes you're not just doing tasks. You're in charge of something.
Yes, you can say, I'm in charge of, for example, I'm in charge of the monthly report, or I'm in charge of training new staff.
Is in charge of similar to responsible for?
Yes, they're similar, but in charge of feels a little stronger. It often means you lead that area or have more control. So if you say I'm in charge of the team schedule, it means you make the plan and manage it.
Got it? Another phrase I like is I take care of. Like, I take care of client emails, or I take care of office supplies. It sounds natural and friendly.
Yes, it works well in everyday conversation, but in interviews, I'm responsible for or I manage sounds a bit stronger and more professional.
Good tip. Choose your phrase based on the situation.
Let's talk about job interviews for a moment. If someone asks, "Tell me about your current responsibilities," what should the learner do?
Give a short, organized answer. Start with your role, mention your main responsibilities, then add one or two details. For example, I'm an administrative assistant. My main responsibilities include managing schedules, preparing documents, and supporting the team. I also organize meetings and communicate with clients.
Not too long, not too short. And use strong verbs: manage, coordinate, support, handle, prepare, lead. Strong verbs help you sound confident.
Another useful phrase is "I'm involved in." It means you take part in something. Like, I'm involved in project planning. Or, I'm involved in hiring decisions. It's good for when you help with something but you're not fully in charge.
Great distinction. Also, don't forget about "I work closely with," meaning you cooperate often with someone. Like, I work closely with the finance team on monthly reports.
And department means one part of a company, like sales department, HR department, marketing department. So you can say, I communicate with several departments.
Perfect. What if the job changes from day to day?
Then say, my tasks change from day to day. Or, some days I spend more time in meetings, and other days I focus on reports.
What about talking about workload?
You can say, my workload is quite busy. Or, I usually handle several tasks at once. Or, my workload is heavier at the end of the month. Workload means the amount of work you have.
And if you want to be honest about difficulty, say some days are more demanding than others. Demanding means it needs a lot of effort and attention.
You can also talk about what you enjoy. Like, one part I enjoy is helping customers. Or, I like organizing projects because I enjoy planning. It makes your answer sound more human, not just a list of tasks.
So instead of just saying "I train new staff," you can say, "I'm responsible for training new staff, and I really enjoy it because I like helping people learn."
That's a strong, complete answer.
Before we finish the main lesson, let's give everyone a simple formula they can use.
Here it is: job title, main tasks, how often, teamwork, and one extra detail.
Let me make an example. I'm a project assistant. My main responsibilities include organizing schedules, updating documents, and supporting the team. Every day, I answer emails and check deadlines. I also work with different departments to make sure projects run smoothly.
Excellent. Want to try one? Joe?
Sure, I work in customer support. I'm responsible for answering customer questions, solving problems, and following up on requests. I usually start my day by checking emails and support tickets. I also work with other teams when a problem needs more attention.
That's great. Very natural. And remember, you don't need one perfect sentence. You need a few clear ones. If you forget one word, you can still explain your job with simple verbs.
Clear communication is more important than difficult vocabulary.
Okay, let's do a quick review of everything we covered today.
First, we talked about the basic structure of job title, then daily tasks. Use phrases like I work in, my main responsibilities include.
Then we looked at common ways to describe tasks I'm responsible for, I handle, I take care of. A big part of my job is.
We talked about daily routines. I start my day by. Every day usually, once a week.
We covered teamwork and communication. I work closely with, I coordinate with, I give updates, I report to my manager.
We talked about stronger responsibility. I'm in charge of. I assign tasks. I'm involved in.
And we talked about making answers complete, adding how often you do things, what's challenging, and what you enjoy.
The main message is this: you don't need very difficult English to describe your job well. A few simple verbs and clear sentence patterns can take you very far.
And remember, clear English is strong English.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We really hope this lesson helps you talk about your job responsibilities in clear, natural English.
If you enjoyed this episode, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Lily English Cafe and click the little bell so you don't miss our next lesson.
You are all amazing students, and we are so happy to learn together with you. Keep practicing.
Remember, you don't need perfect English to explain your work well. Start with simple phrases, use them often, and your confidence will grow little by little.
Have a wonderful day, evening, or night wherever you are in the world.
Take care, keep learning, and keep speaking English. Goodbye.
Bye everyone.